Hi everyone, this is reading for Wednesday, October 28th. You will need your turn practice worksheet, page 54. It's going to have the character setting and events page that we're going to fill out, page 54, and the taller reading anthology book. We're going to need that one too today. Okay, so right now, what we're going to do is reread Millie Waits for the Mail. And we're going to talk about making those predictions. Oh. Let me lock this, please. Okay, maybe it'll stay now. My computer's on a cart and it was rolling on me. Millie Waits for the Mail. We're going to talk about those predictions that we had made and a little bit more things about this story. We could use the pictures to confirm our predictions as we predicted, as we read the last time. Every morning while being milked, Millie stared out at the farmyard, and we thought she was waiting for the mail. We can use illustrations to help us understand or make the predictions. Okay, there are all the cows. This was her favorite time of day because there was something Millie loved more than anything else. Scaring the mail carrier. How can we use the picture to understand how that mail carrier is feeling? We can look at his face, right? He does look super scared, doesn't he? What can, by looking at the pictures in the story, what can we predict about Millie? She kind of likes to be sneaky and cause some trouble. Okay, the page where it says, okay, well, let's go back. And scaring the mail carrier and chasing him off the farm. You can look at the picture and see how scared he is. Every day, Millie searched for a new hiding place. On the days the farmer didn't get any mail, Millie felt so let down, and we said that meant sad. The farmer didn't share Millie's idea of fun. Every time she got a package, it was broken. Millie had to be stopped. He even had nightmares about Millie and the cows. But one morning, he finally had an idea. Maybe if I bring the cow a package, he said to himself, she will like me. The next day, Millie lay in wait, just as she did every morning. And Millie scared the mail carrier just as she did every morning. Do you remember what happened to the package? That's enough, shouted the farmer, chasing after Millie, who was chasing after the mail carrier again. Stop right there. Enough already, shouted the mail carrier too. This package is for you, you silly cow. Millie slid to a sudden stop. A package for me? She had never received a package before. What on earth could it be? The box bounced right past her and landed under the wheels of the farmer's tractor. Oh no, yelled the farmer, but it was too late. The package was completely flattened. Millie's heart dropped, and her feet went out from under her. What does it mean when he says that Millie's heart dropped, when the author says that? Why do you think he chose these words to describe how Millie feels? Well, what else dropped besides her heart? The package, right? Package dropped. Millie's heart dropped, just like the package. And if you've ever been really, really sad, you can kind of feel your heart dropping into your stomach. Why does the author repeat the idea that Millie loves the morning more than anything else again at the end of the book? So remember what happened to his bicycle. I'm ruined. But at the end of the book, again, it says she loves that time every morning because there is something she loves more than anything else. Why do you think he ended it with almost the same picture, or the same picture that he started the book with? Because she still loves morning, but not to scare the mailman, but because she likes to now help him, right? So now she knows how the farmer felt when her packages were broken. Okay, we are going to go over the high frequency words one more time. Again. New. There. So again means like you do something over and over. New, something new, brand new that you just got. There, like over there is a phone. And we had use your manners. The E makes the U say you. And we also had help. Help me, help me. Can you help Jeff? That would be the word help in a question. Okay? All right. Now we're going to go ahead and get started in your reading book, in the literature anthology, on page 6. The Red Hat. And you're also going to need that workbook page out, page 54. So we're going to need this page, page 6. Oh, I was going to do that. And we're also going to need that workbook page. 54. So we're going to fill in this chart, character, setting, and events, as we read The Red Hat. What jobs need to be done in a community? Read about a firefighter's exciting job. Okay, so the red hat. I think it's called the red hat because it's a fireman's hat, right? And firemen sometimes have Dalmatians for dogs, and we can see the fire truck there. So we can make a prediction that this story is going to be about a fire truck, right? Or not a fire truck, but firemen. So what jobs need to be done in a community? Well, we need to have firemen, policemen, construction workers, school crossing guards, bakers. We've talked about all the jobs before. Okay, so let's get started with this story, The Red Hat. Jen has a new job. She gets a red hat. Okay, well, we can mark that down. And under our character, our first character is Jen. Where was the setting? Where did the story take place? She was outside of a firehouse. It's a compound word, 2 words put together. She was outside of a firehouse. And what happened to her outside of the firehouse? She got a red hat. And that tells us she is going to be a firefighter. Okay? So pause me and write that down, please. Okay, you should be done now and unpause me. All right, so now we're going to go back to the story. How can the pictures help us determine what's happening in the story? The illustration shows us that her new job is a firefighter. Remember, illustration means picture. Okay, on this side, she will use this hat a lot. Those are our high frequency words, new and use. She will use this hat a lot. Why will she use that hat a lot? Yeah, because she's going to be working at the firehouse a lot. Jen is in bed. There, another high frequency word, there is a bell. She grabs the red hat. Okay, so what do we know about fire stations? When there's a fire, what happens? The alarm goes off, right? And all the firemen have to jump up and get dressed and get out the door into the fire truck really fast. There is a bell. She grabs the red hat. Look at the picture. Okay, we know she's tired. It must be the middle of the night. Okay, look at her face, and she's like, oh, no. She goes down the pole. Jen can get down like this. Go, Jen, go. Okay, so we predicted, yep, there's a fire because of the bell. Jen hops on. Go, Jen, go. I'm guessing they're going to a fire. Okay, it must be early morning because it looks like it's not dark out. It is a big fire. Jen can help. So we know she slept at the firehouse. She has to be ready to go to work as soon as the bell rings, even if she's asleep. And she has to get to the fire quickly. Okay, let's go back to our character page. And I'm going to raise this up. So now we're on the second row. Our character is still Jen. And the setting now is she's at a fire. And what happens at the fire? She helps put out the fire. Period. She helps put out the fire. So we're making a graphic organizer of what's happening in the story. We're figuring out the characters, the settings, and the events that are happening in the story. Okay, pause me and get that written. Okay, we're going to go back to the story. So far we know, what do we know about Jen's job? She has to be ready to get up and move quickly, right? As soon as that bell rings, she needs to be out the door. Okay, page 14. The fire is out. Jen is wet. Thank you, Jen. What do you think will happen next? They'll go back to the firehouse, and I can make a prediction by looking at the bell and the dog. What's happening and the look on their faces. Another fire, it looks like. Okay, so what is happening here? Let's go back to our graphic organizer, and we still have the same character, Jen. Now the setting is at the firehouse, and what happens at the firehouse? The event is the alarm goes off again. So there is another fire. The alarm goes off again, so there's another fire. Okay, pause me and get that written. Okay, let's go back to this page. Jen plays with Matt and Jill. There is the bell again. Something that happens over and over, or at least twice, again. Yep, there was another fire. Jen gets the red hat. She gets in the truck. Go, Jen, go. Rex is up there. Oh, there isn't a fire, but there is an emergency. Rex is up there. He will not come to Jim. Jen will help. So he wouldn't get, the cat wouldn't come down to Jim. So Jen will help. She's going to climb the ladder and get the cat. Sometimes firemen do other things. They help people in other ways than just fires. Jen gets Rex, the cat. Jim is glad. Rex is glad too. He has a new red bed. New was a high frequency word. New red bed. Thank you, Jen. Jen's letting the cat sleep in her hat, isn't he? So firemen are really nice people, and we shouldn't be afraid of them because they help us a lot. They do a lot more than just put out fires. Why does the author show Jen doing a different thing on each page? To show that the firefighter does many different things at work. Not just fires. Not just fires. Why do you think the author wrote this book? To inform us about firefighters. And that they not only put out fires, right? And to entertain us. It was kind of entertaining. Let's go ahead and meet the illustrator. Vincent Nugan says, I live near a firehouse in New York City, so I'm familiar with its sights and sounds. To illustrate the red hat, I just walked around the block and took photos that helped me draw the pictures. So this is the illustrator that did the pictures of the story. So I guess we're meeting the illustrator and not the author. He wanted to show what the inside of a firehouse looks like. So it says to draw something that is inside a firehouse and label your picture. Well, we know that there is a pole inside most firehouses because sometimes the firemen sleep upstairs. Okay? We know there are alarms at the firehouses stations. We know that there are fire trucks in the fire stations. Okay? All right. We did the character setting and events page. Would you like to have Jen's job? What would you like or not like about it? And why? Use these sentence starters. I think Jen's job is exciting but scary. I would like to help people, but I might be afraid too to be in a fire. Okay? So you can think about those on your own. What do you think Jen's job is like? I think Jen's job is, what would you like about her job? And maybe what would you maybe not like about her job? How does Jen help her community? Does she only put out fires or does she do other things too? Yep, she does other things too, like helps the cat, and if somebody is in an automobile accident, sometimes the firemen go. So how does Jen help her community? Jen helps her community. This is my topic sentence. Jen helps her community by putting out fires and saving animals. She does many things to help in, I'm going to run out of room, her community. Period. So we can write about this story. It helps us understand the story. Okay? We can write about the story. It helps us understand the story. So let's go get rid of that. And that will be the next days. So tell someone in your household, I think Jen's job is finish that sentence, and what would you like about her job or what would you not like about her job? Okay? All right, and that's the end of Wednesday's reading, and we will do Thursday's reading tomorrow. Have a good day, guys. Thanks.